In this short video, DPR is going to talk you through an alternative way to close out shapes in Inkscape. Maybe you have an unsteady hand, perhaps you have a bad mouse, but this is a alternative way to close out those B-splines correctly and avoid shape issues later on in Blender.
Hello there. Wanted to present an Inkscape tip here on closing out your B-splines. Basically just want to show you maybe a better way to close out a B-spline so that we don't end up getting errors when we close it out. So the most common issue that I see sometimes is sort of an angular area of your surface where you want these shapes to be smooth, but if you close this out with a left click and you hold it too long, it's going to attach a point on your curve to the outer edge. So that one didn't show as well, but let me make this a little more obvious. But if we click around here and if I go left click and hold, you'll see that that rounded portion ends up, let me zoom in here a little bit, creating this little angular portion. And that becomes a problem when we head to Blender. It's going to create points all along this curve, and then this little sharpness area here, when it goes to create triangles in this area, it has a little bit of difficulty sometimes. It also may potentially be that double node issue that we've seen as well. And so the other way to avoid this, I think, is to close out our shapes in a better manner. Now, one thing I'm hoping everybody's already doing, which is turning the snapping percentage off. So if you haven't been doing that, make sure your enable snapping percent is off, and that way you're not sort of snapping to the grid in any way, or the edges aren't snapping some of these points about. And let me go to the Bezier curve and show you this other idea. So hit your Windows key and U, and it's going to bring up this settings menu. If you scroll down, there's a mouse option here, and you can turn on control your mouse with a keypad. So natively this is off. Control your mouse with a keypad on. Now if you have a laptop, this could be a little problematic. I haven't tried it on a laptop, but what I'm going to use is the division symbol on the numpad and then the number 5 to close out my loop. So I'm going with my left hand on the numpad. My middle finger is on the division symbol and my index finger is on the 5. And now you're going to see I'm going to left click around here. And then when I get to the close, I make this show up as a red dot. And then I don't have to move my hand, so I'm not going to make a mistake here. And I go division symbol 5. And I can take my right hand off the mouse, if that makes sense. So let me zoom out a little bit just to make another shape here and show you what I'm talking about. But you're mousing about with your left mouse, and then you're closing your shape out. You get here, and this is where I just wish you could hit spacebar, but you can't, and just go division symbol 5, and it closes it out for us. Now, I'm going to leave this menu up so that it doesn't affect any of the other programs. When I'm done with my Inkscape, I can just turn this off and head back out. So that was Windows symbol U, brings that menu up, scroll down and choose the mouse option. Turn on control your mouse with a keypad, and then it's division symbol 5 that you're going to use to act as your left mouse button to close this out. Cool.